Today I'm checking out this 6,000 pound winch that I was sent from VEVOR. Now I did get this at no cost so I could do this review, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing mounted up, I believe, on a receiver hitch plate so I can use this with many different pieces of equipment that I have. My truck has receiver hitches on the front and back, so I wanted something like this that I could slide in the front, slide it in the back. I'm going to put a different kind of connector on these lead wires for the actual controller unit here. So that way I can just plug it into my truck and it all be ready to go. Now these are all the things that it comes with. This comes with the control unit. Then of course you got your manual, comes with the hook, your front plate for this, for the hook to go through, the little lead rope. It does come with these two little clamps here. So if you want to mount this on top, this control box on top of this, these go into this so it sits on top. It comes with the mounting hardware, comes with a remote switch, I really like that, and it comes with the plug-in, wired controller here. It comes with everything you really need to get started. The only thing, like I said, that I'm going to do a little different with this one is I do want to mount this on a receiver hitch type of platform so I can just lift it up and slide it in. It being this size, it's 6,000 pounds. There's a good amount of pulling capacity, but it's not a real heavy relative to winches, I guess you could say. So I'll plan on getting it set up that way so I can move it around and hook it up, however I need. If I want to use it on my tractor, I'll be able to use that. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of this stuff ready to get installed, and then we're going to test it out. So now I've got the winch installed in this winch holder here that I have that goes into a receiver hitch. This cradle here and everything, I mean, it lined up perfectly so it will fit one of these universal cradles. And I have that in the receiver hitch that's on my ranch hand bumper. This is exactly how I plan on wanting to use it, is I want to be able to put it in the front of my truck, in the ranch hand bumper. I want to be able to put it in the rear of the truck, which is the regular receiver hitch that would be pretty much just like this. And I want to be able to put this on my tractor, UTV, anything else that I need to be able to use it on, I want to be able to do that. So my plan is to eventually, I'm going to splice these wires. It did come with wires long enough to be able to reach all the way up to my battery and still have some space left over. So I like the fact that it does come with really long wires for your leads. But I am going to splice these and put like an Anderson style quick connect, so that way I can run a quick connect up here, be able to just plug it in when I need it, unplug it, and take the whole thing off when I don't. But yeah, the winch looks great on the truck. I'm going to go ahead and unwind it. So you can come over here, you can twist this release on the clutch, and now I'll be able to just manually pull this out. It's good to have a little bit of resistance on it, which it does, but I'll be able to pull this out. Now you can pull it out by hand if you want to do that. It's pretty typical of a winch like this to have a manual release, so that way you can unreel it by hand with no problem. And then when you need to go use it, you just flip this back around, put the clutch in gear, and now I'll be able to wind this thing up just by using the controls. And speaking of controls, again, this thing comes with a wired setup and a wireless setup. So I'm going to go ahead and try the wireless first. It does have a battery already in it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, which I've already done. And then I'm just going to say, you know what? I want to reel it in. So that reeled up with no problem. I love having the wireless remote, so I can just clip this like on my sun visor in my truck, put it in my pocket, whatever I need to do when I want to go use it. And if you don't want to use the wireless with it, it's got the wired connection right here. It's got a waterproof cover on it, so you don't have to worry about it getting messed up. So now I'm going to go ahead and try this thing with the wired control. All right, so now I have the wired controller put on. It's a pretty good long wire. I went ahead and pulled out the winch rope far enough to use this to pull it back in. And again, this has in and out on it, so if for some weird reason you let your battery die on your wireless remote, you can always plug this one in, and then you can just wind it up this way. Both work great. I'm really glad that it has both the wireless and the wired, because this is a great backup, but I'm going to be using the wireless all the time. It seems to be a great winch. I know some winches that I've used before are really loud. This one sounds nice and quiet, as far as winches go. No grinding, no crazy noises coming from it. I love the fact that it actually already comes with the nylon rope instead of the metal cable. Over time, that metal cable rusts and just kind of frays, and then it loses capacity. I really like the nylon rope instead. All around a great winch. I hope this information was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.